Go ahead.
Hey, what's up guys? My Azuo Senpai here, and a video that I've wanted to do for a long time, started to do deck profiles for Yu-Gi-Oh! If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty for the last couple of months now, and a lot of my life too. But I'm back in the game, and I got my first top 4 at locals today. So I came in the top 4 of I think 12 people or so. But hey, it's a first for me, and I'm happy. And so here's the deck that I played today. It's Gravekeepers in 2019, believe it or not. So let's get right into it. You play 3 Spiritualists. This is your contact fusion. You use this and a Gravekeeper in the hand to make the big guy out of the extra deck. Pretty good card. You can also, because it's just a spellcaster, you can make Shadal Winda with it, which is an interesting tech choice. Yeah, she comes up very, very often. If I search anything, it's usually for her first, because she just starts a lot of plays. 3 Heretic. He's unaffected by all card effects when Necro Valley is on board. So, including Necro Valley, which is annoying. So he's only 1800 attack. But he's unaffected by everything, which works really well with Torrential and stuff. 3 Recruiter, like your floater, he's a searcher. If he goes to the graveyard, field the graveyard, he adds 1 Gravekeeper deck to hand. So it comes up sometimes. I only play 2 Commandant because I play 2 Terraforming, and honestly, I think I only own 2 of these, but I might play the 3rd if I had another one. But you just ditch him, gets you Necro Valley, gets you kind of where you need to be. I play 2 Headman. He's a Monster Reborn for specifically a level 4 Gravekeeper. You can't get back Recruiter with this, which is kind of annoying, but it lets you make Supernaturalist kind of easier. Comes up once in a while. I play 1 Descendant. I usually side this out. I don't think he's very good anymore. I don't play Spy anymore either, but the combo you want to get is this and Recruiter. You pop the Recruiter, pop something on their side of the field, and then get to search out for Recruiter, but I don't know. I don't think it comes up often enough, so I usually take him out. For Shadals, I just play 1 Beast, 1 Dragon. These are just fuel for making Winda, pretty much, because you can do it with Spiritualist. Best card in the deck, 3 Necro Valley. Yeah, so and I didn't really realize how good this was currently. It just shuts down a lot of different decks because they can't move anything out of the graveyard. And then it makes all my stuff stronger at the same time. So it's really good. And then 2 Terraforming just to get to it. 3 Throne. This is either Rhoda or Double Summon for Gravekeepers. Usually I use the Rhoda effect. And it didn't get ashed once today. So I was really happy about that, because when this gets ashed, it's not a good time. 3 Hidden Temples of Vanity's Fiend. Vanity's Emptiness. So if you have Necro Valley and the Gravekeeper, neither player can special summon anything unless it's a Gravekeeper. But if they pop anything, this dies. So it came up once or twice today, but people usually get around it. 3 Pots, you need to draw things. 2 Allure, you need to draw things. I was thinking about Extravagance, but I really like being able to go into Supernaturalist and Winda, and I don't want to banish them. So Allure really worked today. And you can just ditch one of the crappy Gravekeepers if you need to. 1 Royal Tribute, this came up once, it's a 1-of, but when you get it, you smile because it's really good, because I had a kid scoop today when I played this, so.
I don't have it.
Gravekeeper Steel, I usually side this out. You target 2 Gravekeepers in the graveyard, add them back to your hand. It's kind of, after you've done your play for Supernaturalist, it can come up because you would have ditched 2 to make them. But not often enough, I think, for me. I usually side it out. Second best card, Imperial Tombs. It's Infernity Barrier for Gravekeepers, but it's only once per turn. So once per turn negation. So really, if you're planning on playing this, just really think about what they're trying to bait you with, and then try and knock out the key component, because it negates anything. 2 Torrential. Really cool interaction of this is with Heretic, because he's unaffected by everything, and so you can just blow up their board. I had a situation where I had double Heretic, and then I kind of just let the guy go off, and then when I thought he was summoning his last card, just did this and blew up the board. Protection, Stormings, kind of the only, I feel like, Mirror Force I really want to run anymore. Yeah, so your stuff's really weak, especially if you don't have the field spell, so it's good to protect them. And then one thing, I might side this out, or take this out entirely. Necrovalley Temple, it's alright. If you have the field spell, it makes all their stuff weaker by 500. And if you activate it and you don't have Necrovalley, it gets you 2 Necrovalley. If they destroy it, you can set a Necrovalley. But it's a trap, it's kind of slow. I don't know. For side, 2 border. Wins games against certain decks. No monster effects. I don't really make a ton of stuff in the extra deck unless I'm going for the Supernaturalist play. So if I'm going for this, I usually just don't go for that, and that way neither player gets any effects. 2 Cosmic Cyclones, because I don't like True Draco. Pretty much, that's why. And like Trickstar. 2 Dark Bribes, because I don't want to get Twin Twister. 2, okay, Floodgate City, because you can, everything's dark. Rivalry, everything's a spellcaster. They both come up sometimes. And then another thing, because I hate True Draco, his Mask of Restrict. So, yeah, just neither way to contribute stuff. This came up against Necros once as well. I liked it a lot. And then the card that won me my last round was Waking the Dragon. I always side these in, because once they see that you're playing Necrovalley in any of this, they're going to put in their Twisters, they're going to put in Heavy Stormduster, whatever. So just bait them into this if you can. Gets you games. For extra, 3 Supernaturalist. I didn't make him once today at all. Situation came up maybe like a couple times, and I just opted not to. If basically he's a Contact Fusion, and then he protects him and Necrovalley can't be destroyed by card effects, and he gains 100 attack for every level of the fusion. So if you have 2 level 4s, he gains 800 right then, and then he gains a 500 from the field spell, and he can't be destroyed by card effects. And you can add one at the main phase, you activate his effect. At the end of the turn, you can add a Gravekeeper or Necrovalley card deck to hand. Really weird how they did that one, but sometimes you can add stuff with it. The only other thing you really make is Winda. Came up once, and I mean, like you said, summon limit's good. So yeah, you just hopefully stop them from making it a huge board. I have this just in case once in a while. I don't think I ever made it. This might have come up once, not really. Now everything else is Waking the Dragon. So Last Warrior, neither player could summon. Exterio, Howitzer. This is just this is unaffected by everything. You can kill it by battle, but once per turn you could deal 1,000 damage. So like in time or something. I never made it. 1 train and 1 bigger train. So sometimes you make this, just keep them in defense, and then once they pass, you can make this guy 6,000. Then 1 big spider, and 1. I don't want you to play spell cards. And then the card that won me my last round was Ultimate Falcon. Yeah. Really strong. Won me my last round. So yeah, that's basically it. I wasn't even gonna play this deck today, and like this afternoon I was thinking, well, Necrovalley is a good card. I've never topped it before, so that's kind of why I'm making this. It's a really fun deck to play if you like stunny kind of stuff. Necrovalley will win you games. And I really like that they added some new cards in Soul Fusion to it. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Miasma, and I'll see you next time.